everybody, it's Lon.TV, and it's time for your weekly wrap-up, and we are a day late on the wrap-up this week. That's because I was working on that Remix OS for PC review into the wee hours, and I was really tired afterwards, so I figured I would do it today. We'll be back to our usual schedule of the wrap-up next week. I want to begin, though, by thanking our latest Patreon supporters, and that includes Luther Gaylord, Philip Gear, Jason Rose, and Stephen Tang. So thank you all for your contributions to the channel. They are greatly appreciated. We'll talk more about Patreon a little bit later in the show. So we got a lot of stuff done, including that Remix OS for PC review where we were running Android apps on our MacBook even. It's a really neat thing. You should check it out. It's completely free. A nice little project to kind of pick up over the weekend or something. It's a desktop version of Android that is really well executed. I'm going to try to get some of these folks on the channel for an interview coming up too, so you can check that out. Over 20,000 views already on that video in just one day, so it's certainly something a lot of people were interested in, so you can check that one out. We also looked at the Teradek Live Air app for the iPhone. It allows you to stream to YouTube Live and Twitch from your iPhone, and it works really well. We had a little surprise live stream that I did while I was testing it that you can find up above in the master playlist of referenced videos for the week, so you can see that one. We also got a look at the Corsair K40 RGB. This is a budget gaming keyboard, but it has a lot of macro capabilities and stuff, which I found to be rather interesting. It's a membrane keyboard, though, not a mechanical key keyboard. You can check it out and see if it's going to work for you. We also looked at Disney, and I did a little opinion piece about a movie industry company, a studio, actually getting it right on something for once when it comes to digital distribution. You can see that piece to learn more about what I liked about it. And it was funny because I had the title, I didn't put opinion in the title initially, and some people thought it was an ad. It's not an ad. It's actually me giving credit where it's due, because I've been very critical of Hollywood over the years, but if they do something right, they are worthy of a video to proclaim how right they are on something every once in a while, and that's what I did there. So what's going on in the news this week? Well, we had CES 2016. I didn't go this year, and I had asked you all a couple of weeks ago if I should go, and a lot of you said, hey, you know what, it's really not all that valuable to us for you to be there, and I'm kind of glad I didn't go. It didn't seem like there was anything spectacular announced. One of the big things that I saw was a car actually being announced there, the Chevy Bolt, which is an affordable, around a $30,000 electric car that can go 200 miles on a charge. This is actually a pretty good price for an electric car with that kind of range, so that's a good step in the right direction for consumers. It's a shame it is so ugly, though. I don't know why they just can't make an electric car look good at that price, but it's kind of ugly. I really like the way the Volt came out, the new Volt versus the Bolt. And the Volt, of course, is a electric as well as a gas engine hybrid kind of thing. This is fully electric. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, the one thing that Tesla has going for them when they introduce a similarly priced car in the next year or two is that Tesla has a supercharger infrastructure set up where you can charge very fast when you're on a trip. This one is not going to be able to charge as quickly when you're going beyond the range of its battery. So we'll see what GM does to get the infrastructure built up. But it's a good, again, step in the right direction. I'm a big proponent of electric cars, and it's good to see one that has range that's affordable too. So that's pretty cool. And televisions interested me this year because we're starting to see now some of these 4K OLED sets starting to get down into reach sort of where consumers are. And I am really excited for OLED technology, especially on 4K sets. I bought a 4K LED TV that I reviewed a few months ago from LG, which is a really nice television. It wasn't that expensive for what I got, but there's a lot of backlight bleed. It's not perfect from the picture standpoint. And I had a plasma set before, a 720p plasma that looked great, but I wanted something 4K, and unfortunately that was the only thing that was really reasonable in price to me. So hopefully next year, or maybe the year after, we'll start to see some of these OLED sets hit like the $2,000 or $3,000 price point, maybe a little bit less than that, to get within reach of more consumers. I think these 60 and 55-inch 4K OLED sets are still in the $5,000 to $6,000 range, so they're still a little bit out of reach, but they're starting to come down, and I think as more competition takes effect there, we'll see some interesting stuff. The other thing that really interested me is that more and more television companies are sourcing out or outsourcing their operating systems that run their television. So LG, of course, bought an operating system. They bought WebOS, which was powering the Palm Pre and the HP tablet that I bought a long time ago. And now we're seeing Panasonic partnering up with Firefox. The Mozilla Foundation is making the operating system to run the Panasonic television sets, which is interesting to me. And then RCA, which is not the RCA you once knew. It's a company that has licensed the RCA brand name. They're making a television with a built-in Android TV interface, so similar to the interface that we've seen on the Nexus player as well as the Shield TV and a few others. They're baking that into a television set. So we're seeing more and more of these TV companies getting smarter about how their smart TVs operate, because I'm really, really happy with the WebOS on my LG set, and it's good to see some more choices out there, including Android TV making its way into some of these TVs too. So I'm going to hopefully try out a few of these. I might have to go somewhere to do that, because these are hard to review because they're so big and bulky and hard to ship back and everything. So we'll be on the lookout and see what is going on with televisions. So this week we got a couple of things already shot and edited. We have a mini PC from Dell, which we'll be checking out. This runs with a J1800 Celeron. It's a faster version of the Atom Bay Trail chipset, so we'll put that little mini PC through its paces. I also have a wireless microphone system from Sennheiser. It's not inexpensive, but if you are getting serious about video production and you want stuff that just works without having to futz around with buttons and stuff, this thing actually works really well. It's got a stick mic as well as a lavalier and really good range on it too. So we'll be checking out how that works as well. So some cool stuff coming up. I'm sure I've got some other things too. Once I get caught up, I got to clean up this mess I'm under right now. I've just been working so hard. I haven't had time to actually clean anything. So that is my next step, is to organize the space here a little bit. And we are getting ready to redo the basement too. So we'll be having some new things to look at, hopefully by the midpoint of the year. And if you want to help the channel, you can go to Lon.TV/Patreon and make a monthly contribution to the channel. You can also make a one-time contribution at Lon.TV through YouTube fan funding. And we also have a new thing with Amazon. We've been doing this for a while, but I haven't been talking about the general link here. If you go to Amazon at Lon.TV/Amazon, that'll take you to my review page on Amazon. But anything you buy from Amazon after clicking through that link, a portion of that sale will go back to the channel, and it won't impact the price that you pay on the things that you're buying. So it's an affiliate link basically, and it's a great way to help the channel indirectly. But again, every sale you make will get a portion, anywhere from 4 to 7.5% or so will come back to us at the end of the month. And it's a big help, because all the things that come in through those channels of revenue I use to buy things on the channel and then resell. And I've got a bunch of stuff that is just sitting here waiting to get cleaned up and ready to be put on the sale block at my store at Lon.TV/store. And you'll be able to get these relatively new items at a pretty good discount. So if you want to be notified when the store goes live with those new items, sign up for my email list at Lon.TV/email. We also have the Facebook page at Lon.TV/Facebook, and of course my forums at Lon.TV/forums, where you can connect with me and other viewers of the channel. And I often post things like frequently asked questions and some other things that don't warrant perhaps a new video being made. I've been using those forums as kind of like a website for the channel too. So I'm kind of developing things as they go along. I'm just trying to feel my way through this whole YouTube development thing. But it's been a lot of fun doing what we're doing here, and I've got a lot of cool things on the horizon too. So keep watching. I'll keep working, although tonight I am really tired after staying up late last night for that Remix OS review. So I'm going to take it easy this evening, and we'll be back later in the week with more great stuff for you to take a look at. As always, please keep those questions and suggestions and comments coming. You can make them down below in the comment field. Send me an email at lon@lon.tv. I haven't been able to get to as many comments as I'd like to lately, just because I've been so bogged down with some great stuff going on, but I am doing my best to respond to everyone, and I'll get back to you eventually if I didn't get back to you right away. So don't be discouraged, and please do keep sharing those comments with me. They are valued, and I do read all of them. This is Lon Seidman. Thanks for watching. It was brought to you by the generosity of my Patreon supporters. If you find the channel helpful, you too can contribute for as little as $1 a month. Visit Lon.TV/Patreon to learn more.